Hi, this is my review of Epson's Runsense watch, and today we'll have a look at the display and I'll try to show you the different settings you can access from the watch screen. So the home screen is quite nice and clean, just the time and the date, easy to read, no problem there. If we have a look at the menu we can access from here, we have three different options. Connecting to the smartphone using the Bluetooth, user settings where you can enter your height, weight, things like that, and then the system setting, which is more the time, date, units you want to display. So if I go back to the home screen, we can also have a look at the previous activities we have done. So all the activities are stored on the watch, and if I click on one, sorry it's a bit jumpy, we can see all the different stats for these activities, and then we can delete an activity from here or just go back into the home screen. There you go. So now if we want to start an activity, that's where we will have all the options for the measures of an activity itself. So if I go into the activity screen, I'll skip the GPS because I'm indoor and it will not find it. So this is the screen before you start recording your activity, which is black in the background with white number, and if you start the activity it will revert the other way around. You can actually define using the app on the phone or the computer program what you want to see on this screen. So you can decide if you want to see the distance, heart rate, pace, speed, all those things, how many values you want. Here I have a screen with 3 values, you can have only 2. I find that very, very convenient actually, that you can choose what you want to see on your screen, especially if you go for long run or short run. I guess people have different preference. So if we have a look at the options from here, so here we have much more options we can actually define. Activity type, we can decide if we choose if we want to, if we will start a run, walk or bike. Mode, if we want chronograph or a target, target distance, target time, interval. I always use it as chronograph, but I suspect some people may be interested in different settings. I need to go back to the menu. There you go. You have a auto lap, auto pause, so when you stop running it will automatically pause the watch. You can set target pace, so it will beep or vibrate when you reach the pace you want to do. You can decide if the heart rate monitor is on or off, and you can set up alarm if it's vibration or beep. You can also set up a tap. So for example here I set it up as lap, so if I go for lap training session, every time I tap the screen it means I've done 1 lap, which I find very useful. I actually use it for heels rep, and I find it really great. Some options about the GPS and then the screen, so you can define what screen you want to see during your activity. And if I start the activity, you see the screen is reverting, and you can change what you want to display by just pressing on the display button. Well, in this case it doesn't display much because I'm not moving much, but you can see the idea. I have to say I'm not a super fan on the screen. I think it's a bit busy, especially when you run. It's a bit tricky to read all those numbers, so maybe I can change the setting to only have like the distance or the time or the heart rate. something like that. Sorry, I go back to the home screen. So this is the overall look of the watch. So when you finish your run, it will record the activity and go back to the home screen. The watch itself looks a little bit blocky, I have to admit, which I guess makes sense because it's a unisex watch. But my Garmin watch is probably the same size as this one, not much smaller, but because it's the woman version of it, the colors that are used are a little bit more pale and more pastel colors, which makes it easier on a small wrist, because this one, oops, sorry, if I put it on my wrist, you can see it looks quite big, and I suspect because it's black it doesn't help either. Okay, so this is my review of the display of the Runsense watch, and next time, sorry, I will post a little bit more about my overall review of the watch. Thank you for watching.